Okay, I wouldn't say I completely made this up, bro. It makes... Come on now. That is Burt's Bees, yep. I wouldn't say I completely made this up. Because it makes total sense. Yo, Zin, stand up. I'm sitting down now, bro. Let me show you guys this clip in case you didn't see it so you have a little bit of context. Yo, they were on your ass in the comments of the original Reddit post.
Methodz reveals that C9's budget
that's not
is
shocking.
$30K per player. That's about $15 per hour. Man, $30,000 a year is fucking insane. Bro, I'd be going to school or like working a job. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, 30,000 is insane, Tone.
What's even more insane is that I made that up. I didn't make it up.
Wait,
I was just fucking around.
You just
It'd be
made
funny.
that shit up?
Yesterday I came in your chat and I said, chat, I heard Cloud9 is poverty. 3 people added me and said 30K. So then I went in Dashy's chat and I said, yo, chat, I just heard a rumor that Cloud9's paying 30K. And now it's in the papers.
No way, bro.
Bro, it's between 30 and 40. Ronnie posted an article saying there's rumors that they're going to be the lowest paying team in CDL history. That is below 50K. I also wonder where the 30K initially came from, though. Because when I first typed it in Tommy's chat, multiple people were adding me saying 30K. So where did they hear that? Ben worked it out. It's about 35K. Are they paying for living expenses? I have no idea. I hope so. Gravitational, what's going on? Big Suwu was going on. Dimitri, Cheese, Dilraj was going on. Everybody tuned in. Welcome to the stream. Not much going on in the Call of Duty community right now. I mean, yeah, we're in like peak downtime right now. But we were talking about it last night. Like last year around this time was simply so much better because we had so much more going on. I have a job interview today, baby. Hey, Ruben, good luck, bro. Come on now, Ruben. Good luck, brother. COD beta in 3 weeks. I can't wait. Yo, Devlo with a prime for 6. Also, let's get a 100 gifted stream. Listen, I'd bet my life that there's going to be no 100s right now. But Ruben, your dedication is tippable. Headquarters would be a better third game mode than Control. We're not ready for that combo yet. I just feel like Headquarters is a bit too similar to Hardpoint, kind of. Like, I feel like Headquarters and Hardpoint are like brothers. You know what I mean? Like, they're not the exact same, but they look similar. I'm not sure if I agree. And I will say, and I've been very outspoken about my thoughts on Control. The controls at EWC were actually fantastic. Like, it's actually kind of annoying. What's getting G8 off rip? I really hope there's no GAs off rip, unless it's like super understandable, you know what I mean? Breathing, I'm not breathing. Yo, J Mar with a prime for 2 years, 2-year anniversary. Welcome back to Zin City. Come on now, J Mars. I appreciate you, bro. The tax sprint perk, 100%. Hold on, my Discord's broken. Hopefully it launches. There we go. And I hope you cry for me like I cry for you every night for you. Take it easy on me, baby, cause I try with you. Saw my life with you. Ray, what's going on? Cheese, what's going on? It's Z's birthday. Happy birthday, Z Carbone.
Methodz reveals.
I'm going to comment. I said, made it up as a joke. Piggybacking off of Ronnie's article, if they're paying the lowest in league history, We're talking. Yo, Velociraptor with a prime. Velociraptor with a prime. Much love, Velociraptor. Prime, well, if the M8 is consistently a 1 burst, it will be GA'd. I kind of agree with that, though. Like, if a gun is consistently a 1 burst, don't you guys agree that's a bit, like, absurd? Or would you rather it stay in? Genuinely asking. Like, if it's a genuine 1 burst on a consistent basis, that's just like... And I hope you cry for me. Would you like to see a burst meta? I would love to see a burst weapon. The problem is, with how good hit reg has become, the hardware we're playing on, a lot of the burst weapons are like 1 bursts. If we can see like an actual fair burst meta, I think that'd be cool. Hey, to Sushi, what's up, bro? Don Corleone, what's going on? Luke, Tharpy, going rogue. Zin City, talk to me. Good morning. I got a good night's rest last night. Showered, had some breakfast, and now here we are. Overall grand finals KDs. Oh, this is like the... Has the process been released? The process has not been released yet. I am going to COD next, yes, sir. What's your take on snipers and smokes this season? Ideally, the smoke... The problem with smokes is smokes aren't really used the way they're intended anymore. Like, smokes are supposed to be used to smoke crosses, for strategy. Somewhere along the way, I think because of basically hardpoint, people started throwing smokes at hills and running into them and started making the game chaotic and, you know, making aim assist up for grabs. So ideally, I'd love to see a 1 smoke and search. Like, that's... I'm pretty strict on that. Like, there should be 1 smoke per team in search for sure. Hardpoint, I think it's very difficult. I actually don't think smokes really belong in hardpoint, especially with how they're used these days. And snipers, I think snipers should be in. Unless it's like, once again, absurdly OP. But as a viewer now, I'm all for snipers. Could they potentially GA smokes to only be used in search and none in respawn? Absolutely. That's what I think should have happened this past year. If you're going to have the sniper in, you need the smoke in. You need a way to counter the sniper. You need to be able to cross or push up to a bomb site. That's... If you have the sniper, you need the smoke. We need snipers back for the viewership. See, I think that's very gassed. I don't think snipers impact viewership at all. But I think it makes it more fun for the already existing viewership to watch. Put in work, girl, put in work. Zin, my tips for tourney: stick with team, strong call-outs, hold angles, shoot straight, and have fun. Keep it simple. Beasteroni, I appreciate the tips, brother. Read this. I would love to see CDL on Twitch and YouTube. Ideally, I 100% agree. I 100% agree. I like the 1 smoke for each team. Puts a lot of strategy in making sure that person stays alive. Yeah, I just think we need... Like, I feel like I'm a broken record recently, but I don't really mind it because we don't have much else to discuss recently. There needs to be more game within the game. Like, our game is so dumbed down now. Our game is basically these days gunfights, rotations, and that's it. Oh my God, Shotzi won that gunfight. Shotzi got behind them. Like, there needs to be more strategy to talk about. Like, wow, the smoke goes down, the cross, they can't see the cross. Cloud9 doesn't know optic of cross. Like, there needs to be more within the game now. Bless you, thank you. My allergies have been awful. Was there anything said about MLG Anaheim from Kason yet? I don't think so. Girl, put in work. Hog, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Yo, Chad, are your guys' allergies bad recently? Because I'm getting beat. I'm getting the shit beaten out of me here when it comes to my allergies. Excuse the cough. Good morning, bro. %, nosebleeds every morning. See, I've never gotten the nosebleeds from allergies. Less GAs, more strategies. Even if the pros don't like it, it's unfortunate, but the viewer side of comp needs rejuvenation. Somewhat FaZe. Yeah, bro, this entire Reddit is just filled with FaZe Vegas logo ideas. I went on vacation to Florida and got COVID 2 weeks ago. Sorry to hear that, bro. How we doing, M1? I'm doing great, bro. I got a great night's rest.
The debate then comes as to whether Aches should still be 7th. I think there is a lot of people that would say that Simp has surpassed Aches for some time, and I totally get that argument. The reason why I've got it this way round is just because Simp's career, as much as Simp is genuinely one of the most incredible COD players I've ever seen, his record just isn't good enough. Like, it is what it is. Like, Aches, for maybe his faults as a player, and like he wasn't good at the end of his career, nobody's going to argue that he was, but when Aches was in his prime, he was basically unplayable in the early days. He redefined in many ways how COD was even played. He was a key force in competitive COD for multiple years, obviously even pre-BO2, but BO2 certainly Ghost, where he was completely dominant, and then even following that, and then the achievement of him somehow winning in 2018 with Evil Geniuses and taking that team in, after the Jetpack era was over, back to the top, was like, that was a situation where the chance of them winning was so slim, and Aches managed to bring his team. I mean, it wasn't just Aches, obviously, like he wasn't the key driving force in the slaying or anything, but they needed to 3 Optica that year's World Championship to even make it out of the group, and they had like one chance to win the World Championship, and they did. So to me, like, Aches' legacy and what he achieved in terms of like accomplishments, super impressive. And Simp, while they have the same amount of World Championships and Simp's the better player, like I think that's kind of difficult to deny in terms of talent, I guess, but in terms of overall career.
Okay, what do you guys think? How do you feel about Rab in general? I like Rab, bro. I mean, he's got a great work ethic. I think he's pretty unbiased. I mean, as a player, Rab has, of course, pissed me off, just like I'm sure a lot of players have been pissed off by Rab sometimes, but I tip his work ethic, right? He's always covering competitive Call of Duty, so he's got my respect. He works hard, but is biased as shit. Is he biased? Maybe I don't pay attention enough. He also covers F1. Yeah, he's got a little side gig covering F1, huh? I'm not really an F1 guy. I like more of I like the Drive to Survive. I like the storylines. I don't really like watching the actual F1 races. Reason for the differences in EU and NA crowds, it's the football fans. They have the ability to have so much mire passion through this in a more celebrating way, and it's not just the sport, it's the culture. The EU events would be fire if football fans that enjoy COD also come to these. It's the culture. Football, soccer for us NA fans is a constant, mostly uninterrupted sport that has naturally over decades adopted pub songs and chants to fill the time of the game. Meanwhile, in the U.S., our most famous sports historically are baseball and American football. Both games are spectator events with dedicated times for big plays like sacking the quarterback or making a big catch in American football or hitting a home run in baseball. During the downtime, we aren't expected to make noise. Instead, we wait for those big, high-octane, huge plays. It has to do with EU cultures having a longer history naturally, and thus when Europe colonized the world, they exported soccer, football, and its culture. But before anyone says NA fans have less passion is insane, NA fans can be just as passionate. They just don't show it through singing or chanting. Instead, they'll paint their faces, tailgate, do fantasy football, etc. I mean, he's kind of spitting there, no? Also, all the events in the UK are hammered at 11 a.m. It's awesome. I mean, they get after it over there. Yeah, I do think like I've seen the videos of like pubs in, let's say, Scotland, for example, during their team's game, right? They're chanting, they're singing. If you go to like a local New York Giants bar, you're not going to see like chanting or singing, right? Like they'll get hype and high five each other after a big play, but I understand what he's saying. Why do people get special treatment? Yeah, this is unfair. Caesar, my boy Preston has had a few bad stints now that are kind of hard to defend. I love the kid. He's such a nice guy, but he's had some tough goes. Caesar really only had like one tough year, and it was on our team where I don't think he was necessarily like that roster just didn't make sense, bro. I don't think this is fair at all. And I've been saying that, bro. I think everyone that's been harping on Skies, I've completely disagreed with this. Okay, it seems like the comments are kind of agreeing with what I'm saying. I think people like Skies more because he has an easier personality online for fans to attach to. No, but I think just logically speaking, Caesar has had way less bad stints than Preston at this point. He also won a world championship, placed second in next year's world championship. And the Gentlemates roster obviously didn't mesh. They sucked. So I don't think anybody was really playing well. Then he joins Optic. I don't think him and Dash had any right playing together. It was just a weird mesh. And now we are here. But I think this next year Caesar can play pretty damn well. Crayons, what's up, bro? How are you? Joe D makes an appearance at the Rocket League World Championship. I played with Joe in Rocket League Ranked a couple weeks ago, and now I see him on the broadcast. Dude loves the game.
Then we got a big.
Where was this at? It's in France? This guy Joe was in France for Rocket League Worlds?
Man in the middle, Mr. Joe DeCease, professional Call of Duty player for the Toronto Ultras. How you feeling, Joey D?
I mean, I'm feeling insane. I mean, like he said, this is the greatest event I've ever been a part of. Like, the crowd here is insane. The atmosphere is literally just mind-blowing. I mean, I can't be...
Yeah, I heard this event was crazy, right?
Make some noise for Joey D, please. Come on. Woo!
Wait, if they were on my ass in this? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I saw a lot of people roasting the actual 30K. Zitty making 270 is also a crime. Okay, it was a little less than that. But this, me on 255 at that time, was not as crazy as what a lot of other players were making at that time. Like, there were even higher salaries for some players that I think the community would be like, how is that possible? Yeah, listen, bro, salaries up until I would say like 2022 were, in the beginning they were even like, the craziest I think was like MW19, Cold War. I think MW19 and Cold War were definitely like the craziest salary years for like the league as a whole. Like, top players still get paid a ton now, but I mean, we're talking about people on the 11th, 12th place teams making hundreds of thousands back during that model. You're going to get involved in Cold War chows? Listen, bro, I love playing Cold War. Finesse? I wouldn't even say it's finesse, bro, because, like, as soon as one team sets the market price, like, it always comes back to the team, right? Like, the reason why players were able to get such high salaries is because teams were picking it off by giving players crazy salaries. And once you do that, that establishes the market. And then I'll just use me as an example. I'm going to go to Boston and say, okay, these players are making X. This is their following. This is their placings. This is this. And that's basically how it goes. This post is going to make me look bad, dude. Fuck, I was out of the papers for so long. Tony, why don't you set up a content team as big as Tommy's? Well, like a Zin City Challengers team? It's a little complicated, bro. I tried. But yeah. How competitive user realizes most things. Okay, I wouldn't say I made it up, dude. Yeah, the minimum salary is now, I think, state dependent. It's no longer, it used to be 50,000, then it was 55,000. Now it's all about the minimum salary in whatever state you're operating in, I believe. Or wherever the team is living, one of the two. That's not nice, dude. Yeah, people take things a little serious sometimes, man. What also sucks about this right here is it doesn't show the conversation that I was having with people in chat. Like, there were people typing back and forth to me, but it doesn't show that. It just shows my message history. Yeah, was Borderlands fire? I never watched Thunderbolts, no. Take it step by step. Because Jersey is also 15, but most jobs are paying around 16, 17. So you're saying if a team was operating out of New Jersey, the minimum salary they'd have to pay is $15,000?